shall regret this day.
Okay, my no clip shit is not working. Why is my no clip buy not working? Oh, there we go. Alright, fixed it. Perfect. What are solo plays, guys? So what was I teaching? I just said it and I've already forgotten it. I just said it and I just forgot it. Right. Oh, solo plays. Right. Okay. How to self-carry on Dust 2. Okay. First things first, I need to teach you some fundamentals of how nades work, because for some of you, you won't know these things. You have your standard left click flash, right? Where you just press this button and it yeets that shit. Look at that. Right? Right click, you do a little pussy toss. But imagine if you held both. And you can also hold it for like certain amounts of time. So what I like to do is hold right click and then like time the right click. So you see how my hand like slightly moves up and down? That's the gauge of how far it's throwing, see? You see that? So you can like kind of like adjust how far you want to throw it depending on where the distance is. Usually you're not going to want to throw it like in between middle and long throw. You want to throw it in between short and middle throw. So that's why I do that. So if you hold it all the way, it throws it like halfway. See? It's not a complete yeet. This is important, guys. Memorize this. Memorize this. This is very important. Right? And in both ways also works. So like you go halfway down, you chuck it. There you go. See? And it throws it different it throws it like at varying distances. You don't have to have these set distances. This is very important. The reason why I say this is important because you usually have your standard long flash, right? You would go through these doors, and right as you hit these doors, your teammate would throw this flash for you, right? And you run out, and it pops right as you hit this, and they're blind. Let's say if you're a solo carry, right, and you're trying to solo carry your pugs, your teammates are not working with you. You're gonna have to throw this on your own, and just yeeting it through here, it's gonna pop too high, right? So you wanna. Oh my god, I don't usually do this, but when I do. Oh, for fuck's sake. So like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. So you go through here, like through this gap, but you can't bump the doors. There, right here. So it's right here, but you don't bump the doors. So you gotta come at this angle, and you just throw it like that. But it's there. See what happens is it pops like right on top of this corner. Can I like show you where I'm talking about? It pops like right here. So if you do that and it bounces off like the... Really? This one? Okay, that was not it. It just chucked a random one, a random ass nade. But it's supposed to land like right here. So if you see what I'm talking about, if it bounces off this corner, it'll like be right here. And oh my god, anyone walking up from here, like clearing this angle right here, will see that flash. You see exactly where it popped that little black mark. There's a reason why you throw it, so it bounces off and like bounces up like that. So like it goes boom and then up a little bit and it like lands right on there. Right? So then as they're coming up here, they get blinded and you can fight them here. That's a good solo flash to throw. Don't just come up and chuck it here, because it's going to hit the skybox and bounce back down. And it's all over. At least I think it does. If it doesn't, I'd be completely wrong, and I've been thinking about this completely wrong, and I might be retarded. I'm not retarded. Okay. Oh no, I am retarded. I'm so sorry. I taught all of that for absolutely fucking nothing. My bad. So you just come through here. I watched. The reason why I know this flash is because when I was watching, like, when I was first learning how to play the game in like 2017, I'd watch old VODs of pros, right? And he would throw this flash a lot. He'd come through long doors and he'd like throw it through one of these. It's like right here, right here. And he'd just throw it like that, and then he'd just run through, right? So you throw it like this, it pops, you go through. So that's how you self-flash long. That way you don't have to ask your teammates for flashes anymore. They don't have to stand here and wait for you to cross the doors and then throw one like that. Obviously this would still be better if someone throws a flash for you. That'd be still infinitely better. But there are times where your teammates aren't going to help you and you're going to need to learn this. I don't do this a lot anymore. Just because, like, I don't know, it's not. I just don't usually get autistic teammates. So you throw it like that. Just like that. Yeah, back in the rhythm. Now throw this flash a lot. And you just come out and kill them. That's a good solo flash. So that's a good solo play to make. Obviously, you have your standard long smokes if you really want to. Or some shit like that. I fucked that up. Some shit like that. I don't even know. It's like something like this. I don't fucking know. I don't know anymore. Some of these smokes are lost to me. They're lost to time. I know that. So you can also do like solo plays like here. This is one that I do a lot. You just throw this smoke at the middle of this window on the left side. And you jump down suicide and you quite literally just run. This is 64 tick. On face it, this would land on 128 tick, right? So just pretend this is here. I don't know the 64 tick smoke. I'm so sorry. I don't play MM. MM is for Atlxs. So it would land right here, and then you'd be running down suicide. There would be a gap here, so be careful of that. What I usually do is as I'm running up, oh there it is. There's a gap. As I'm running up, I just throw a nade like that, and usually that'll create like enough of a distraction that you're not gonna get hit. Plus, it'll hurt anyone that's trying to come through the doors early. So you just throw that there, you run up, and you can take cat. That's a good fast cat solo carry cat, because most of the times when you're up that quickly, no one's gonna be expecting you there. So you throw this smoke quick from obviously over there, and by the time it lands, usually you already be. By the time it lands, you'll usually already be down suicide, and you can just come with cat, you flash this, and you. No, people that are playing cat will never expect you here, and you can just keep going from here, honestly. That's what I do. You'll see a lot of times when I'm playing Dust 2, I'll make this play. I'll throw this smoke here, and I'll run straight up. Flash this. Flash this. From back here, though. Don't, whatever you do, when you're making this solo play, don't run up and then go open and then cross this. And then cross and throw. Don't do that shit. Because anyone that is playing here is going to kill you. Throw your flash from here. And then peek. And then they should already be backing off the angle because it's already popped. As you can see, I got blinded by it too, which means that anyone here is also blinded as I'm coming out here. So just make sure you're also turned. That's you just throw this, you clear it, turn, and then come out. And usually they're already blind and taking cover. And as they pop their heads back up, you just play whack-a-mole. They're not going to be expecting you to be that close. Because remember that these are solo carry plays. And how do you solo carry is by catching them when they're unexpected. If they're expecting you, you're never going to carry because you're going to be taking one-on-one gunfights and you're going to get shot. So even if you get the kill and you do 100 damage, you're probably going to take like 50 to 80 damage on average. It's very rare where you don't get hit at all or hit once. So you're going to take 50 to 80 damage. So if you go for a one-on-one gunfight, you're not going to solo carry the round. You're only going to get like one kill max and you're going to get traded. So that's what these solo carry plays are all about. It's all about speed. You want to get there as fast as possible and make that impact before they expect you coming. Which is why I'm just basically sprinting the entire time. So these are solo carry entry plays. Boom. Flash. Kill them. The cat one. You have to be spawned here or something. That's usually when I do it. I don't do it when I'm spawned here or here. It's not going to work. As soon as the round starts, you throw that. Jump down. It's supposed to land. You throw that flash. Nade. Kill him. Flash. Turn. Back. And you cross here. And then at this point, the round is pretty much over for them because here you have pretty much control of everything, and they're just trapped in the fucking corners, and your teammates are probably going to be following up with you. And that's all you need to do, and you've already solo carried the round. You don't, most of the time, you won't even need to get a kill. Yes, getting frags are important when you're doing these plays, but most of the time, like, even if you make it to these positions, you'll be fine. So as long as you get to Gandalf, you'll usually be fine. If you don't get a kill coming here, don't worry about it. Don't try to force a kill. That's what I'm saying. If there is a guy in cat, obviously you have to kill him. If he stops you, it's GG. You just threw the round. So these are high risk plays. There is one for B. Where the fuck am I? Alright, there is one for B. This one usually works. I don't do it a whole lot, only because like rushing B is just never the move. Especially if you're alone. But that's the one I do. Do something like this. You throw one here, you throw a second one here. And you just go. There's usually no time to smoke this. But if you do get this kill, if you get this kill like somewhere here, you obviously have time to smoke this. Just, oh fuck me. You jump up here, very far, and you have all of B. So it's like these really fast, high octane plays, pretty much, where you just have to get it fast or else it's over. It's all about pacing for these plays. Same thing with your mid to B. There are two ways to do mid to B fast and try to solo carry that way. I usually hate doing it because it almost never works this way. This one's pretty simple. You just run down to the side pretty much. You just throw the smoke. They're gonna think you're going up cat most of the time when you're doing this, which is why this works, or it's supposed to work in theory. You throw this flash and you just come out, and that's literally it. No one on A is gonna be expecting you because they're usually the people on A are trying to take deep long right now or going up cat. So no one on A is gonna come kill you. So never turn right here. You almost always turn left. If they are here and they do kill you, that's just retarded. They shouldn't be there. So I don't know. Say something stupid to your team that makes them mauled because you just threw the round. I don't know. Something like that. But they're not supposed to be there. So you almost always turn left and you kill this guy and then you take B pretty much. Because then there's usually only one guy in B. Sometimes there won't even be a guy in B. And you just have two guys mid that aren't expecting you. So sometimes there'll be no guy in B, two guys mid instead, and they aren't expecting you because they haven't run up all the way yet. Or there's already one guy B and there's a guy like somewhere here. And that's it. He's usually gonna be stuck in the open. Just be expecting that. There's another mid to B rush that I like to do. It's only if you like spawn out here though. You start here, you run. There's sometimes gonna be a lower guy, so I always like to be careful. And you just flash him. That's literally it. That's just me being careful. And then if he is blind, he's gonna be in here. Usually he's not out here being blind because the top mid guys will kill him, and he's aware of that. So he'll already be pushed into lower. So if he is blind, he's gonna be here. So I'm gonna check this, and then you pretty much don't have to check anything else, and you just come out. And that's it. And then you do the same thing. You kill the guy mid, and you just run up to B. So observe how I'm moving. It's all about the pacing. You see my pathing. It's always about the pacing. You don't want to waste any time. So that's why I'm always pretty much holding W the entire time. There's never a time where I'm letting go of W. Remember that. Remember that when you do these plays. If you let go of W, you will fucking die. Okay? Don't let go of W. You will die. That's how you kill yourself. I know that sounds ironic, that running straight into them is like the safest play, but it is. When you're doing these type of plays, the safest play is to move fast. I know that sounds like counterintuitive, but trust me, that is. The longer it takes you to get out, the more dangerous it becomes for you. So you want to get out as soon as possible. So you always want to keep holding W non-stop. Notice I'm always moving forward. And I'm throwing all of these nades within pace, and I'm still moving forward the entire fucking time. It just doesn't stop. It just doesn't stop. Your boy is not stopping. Your boy is not stopping. You see that? Same thing with Cat. We'll replay that for you. We'll replay the cat play so you guys can see, the pacing. That smoke is not gonna land because it's 64 take. So notice how I'm on pace, On pace. See that? Sometimes I'll throw this one too. I like to throw that sometimes, not all the time. It's only if you're expecting him here. If you know the guys that you're playing against know, like, if like you know the guys that you're playing against like to play on site. I know for you guys in your lower elos, you're not gonna recognize most of who you play against, but when I'm playing Face It in higher elo, usually you'll know the people you're playing against. You'll like seen them before, you know how they play. So if I'm playing with someone that I know that likes to play on site, I'll throw this one and then jump off this box. Keep going. And the reason why I'm jumping on this box, notice the pathing here, is because as soon as I throw that, my gun is still coming out. If I come out here, I'm just gonna replay it. If I come out here, my gun is still coming out and I'm not even out yet, right? So the reason why I do that and I'm still moving forward is that way the gun's already out by the time I'm out. Does that make sense? But that way I'm not wasting my forward movement. And I'm not just stopping. That's how these plays work. You can make it where offline servers or bot matches are in... Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, same thing with the long play. I'm not stopping. And usually after I kill this guy, I would throw this. Jiggle this once. And then keep going. And that's it. Maybe I'll throw this flash. And sometimes I like to jump over here and kill his elevator guy, because that's where he's going to be. Usually they're not deep spawn. Unless they're opping. But if he is opping, you're just dead when you do this. So you're just hoping that he's here instead. That's why I don't always do that. But if I throw this smoke here, and I'll throw this flash, like I'll still be moving forward, but I'm crouched. I flash this, and jump out to sight. So over here. And then from there you just keep going. And that's pathing for you. Solo carry entry pathing on Dust 2. I hope this is helpful. Any more questions or any positions that you want me to cover? Now CT side? Oh yeah. That is right. You're gonna have moments where you also want to solo carry entry on CT side. I forgot about that. Thank you, Clay. One caveat when you're on Dust 2. MP by anywhere, it doesn't matter. I'm just using nades. Just imagine I'm holding a rifle. One caveat, this is only for Dust 2. This is only for Dust 2. Don't take this concept onto CT for other maps. Usually. And by usually I hold it very loosely. I think most other maps will also apply. But not as hard. Does that make sense? So for Dust 2, this applies certainly, but for other maps, it applies loosely. Like, it's going to be helpful to know, or going to be helpful to apply, but it's not necessary. But for Dust 2, it is necessary. And what I'm talking about is spawning. On T side, it's always necessary where you spawn. It doesn't matter what map it is. Where you spawn will determine which side you're trying to solo entry carry on. On CT side, it doesn't matter usually. Or it doesn't matter too much, but on Dust 2 it will, always. I don't know if that explanation made any sense, but anyways, I don't really care if you don't understand. Eventually you'll figure it out when you do enough times and you fucking die. I'm sure you go click. If you spawn here, on the left side of spawn, what I like to do is, it's like somewhere here, I don't really know. You just come up, it starts, you go to long, make sure you cut the corner. Because if you...
I'll be right back.
Okay. If you don't hit this corner, you're going to be out too far wide and you're going to need to come back in. This wastes like a second. I know a lot of you are already in chat, like, dude, Atlxs, it doesn't even matter, it's just 1 second. It does matter! Alright, shut the fuck up. It does matter. So you come up. Make sure you hit this corner. You gotta tap it. You have to tap this corner. Tap it and you just run up along here. Right? This is the fastest way to get to long. Okay? And once you're here, you'll take out a nade. You throw it against this light pole, and that's literally it. That is it for this side. That is it. Don't take out a molly and throw it. You're going to get yourself killed with this play. The only time you throw a molly here is if you're with teammates. If you're with teammates, then it is safe to throw a molly to try to deny their entry. That is the only time you should be throwing a molly. I know a lot of you people like think it's like really necessary to throw a molly here every time. No, only when there's a teammate with you. If you take your molly out, they're already out before it even fucking lands. If they're rushing you, you're dead. So you throw this here, you run out. I mean, you're gonna be throwing it from back here, so that way you're not stopping, right? You throw it here, you run out, make sure you turn, and then you go. And pretty much right here, once you're in this spot, it is impossible for them to take long on you. Or at least it should be. So long as you don't suck. If you suck, they will take it on you anyway. But if you don't suck, this is the angle to be. Because they're running out, they're getting stuck on this door, and you're just going to kill them. Because you can see their gun before they even peek you, because they have to move forward a bit. So once you're here, you peek out a little bit, and you just take the fights as they come out like this. And you're pretty much already won. After you get the first kill, maybe you should throw a molly, depending on if you hear a second one or not. If you hear a second one, don't. Always keep your gun out until a teammate either runs up and helps you, or you know for a fact that the next guy up is delayed. Then you can throw grease up and try to take further control or something, or fall off. It doesn't matter. But that is literally it. I repeat, you will get yourself killed if you throw this flash and you run out and you try to molly. You will get yourself killed. 9 times out of 10. Unless if they're not rushing you long. And if they're not rushing you long, then you just wasted a molly. So it doesn't even matter. How to do the cat rush. How to do a solo cat rush carry play. You're going to have to spawn here again. If you spawn anywhere back here, by the way, on this map, you're not going to have to do any of these plays. You're just going to have to play the round standard. It's only if you spawn here or here. So you spawn here, you want to rush, you want to do your cat play? Sure. You come up here, jump on this box, come up this way. And this is it, remember. You right click this flash. Oh, I fucked up. You right click this flash, you keep moving. The reason why I throw this flash is sometimes there will be a guy that's just like randomly up fast as fuck. Remember the play that I taught you guys that come up cat fast? That's probably what he did. He ran down suicide. He's up cat. He's going to be up here fast as fuck. Just be careful. And this is just to be certain that you're going to kill him. It's just $200. It's one flash. Just don't worry about it. Throw it. Even if it doesn't get him, don't worry. If he is there, it's going to save your life. So you want to throw that. You clear this. You look lower. Nothing lower. No lower rush. You throw this smoke here. Throw this molly here. And you pretty much have all of mid. You just play in this smoke. Pretty much you play next to this smoke. No one's ever going to expect you here. You can pretty much kill whatever the fuck you want here. And that's how you do that. That's how you do a solo cat carry play. You want to do a B carry play? You have to spawn here, dude. You spawn here. You run up, you run up, you run up. You jump across, you throw this. Oh, I messed it up. Throw this smoke. Throw this flash. Up, we're up. Throw a second flash here, and then you just swing this. No, I messed that up. Throw this flash. And that's literally it. That is it. I forgot to end predictions.
Did you win your last?
Yeah, I did. So you got your you got your rich now.
I didn't even gain anything.
Oh.
I gained nothing.
Yeah, because no one bet on the other side. Alright, but yeah, that's it, guys. That is it. After you kill all of these guys, you're pretty much doomed here. If you don't kill all of these guys that are in B, you can't go back mid. So that's the one risk of this play. If you're coming from CT and you're coming up lower and you're trying to carry here, you throw this flash, you crouch here, wait a second, then peek up, you kill all these people. You either kill all these people or you die trying. There is no turning back. You can't just kill one and fall off here. You're either killing everybody or you're dying. Okay? Don't try to run away. I know I've seen people do these plays where they run up lower, they get one, they try to run back out mid, and they get shut down by a random cat dude. And then it's like their entire play was just wasted because now it's a 4v4 and trades help T side. Remember that. Trades help T side. So remember that with any of these plays, you're either looking for 2 kills or you're shutting down the entire team. You're getting 2 or shutting down the entire team. There's no in between there. So 2 to 5 kills always. You can't just get 1. You're looking for 2 to 5 kills. Okay? And there is no falling back when you're here, by the way. When you're doing these plays, there is no falling back. That's your 2 rules. You're looking for 2 to 5, no falling back. That's it. And the reason why I'm not showing you an upper rush, I know a lot of you are already gonna mention it too. Dude, why is there no upper B rush? Is because there is no way to rush upper B. Though it takes you way too long to get up here. There's just no way. Because by the time you throw this flash, they're already out on you like here, usually. If they're competent players. If they're not competent players, they might be still back here and they might get hit by this flash. But even then, this flash is really fucking telegraphed, and there's no way to flash over this and actually get them. I don't think. So if I'm running in here, that's not gonna get me. I guarantee you it's not gonna get me. Yeah, so there's no way you can rush B. And that's it. Good. Dust 2 solo carry plays. How to carry yourself to any rank you want on Dust 2. If you're an entry. Obviously there's other ways to carry games, but this is how you carry as an entry. Easy. Exactly. This is how you carry as an entry, and that's it. Obviously, you can carry with ops. There's other ways to carry. There's other ways to carry. You can carry as an opper. You can carry as a lurker. You can carry as a support. But there you go. Do you have any mid retakes for CT? I do have retakes, but that's not really like a solo carry thing. That's not what we're trying to make a guide for tonight. Oh, you mean like entry pathing for CT side? If I want to take mid? Oh, no, I don't. I just don't. It's either B or A. And the reason why I say this is because going through mid, never try to solo carry through mid. I don't give a shit what anyone says. Never try to solo carry through mid. I know there's a lot of guys out there and pro players, especially Flam is a big criminal for this. Flam is a big one that has been guiding people wrong. You cannot carry through mid unless you're an opper. Do not try to carry mid unless you're an opper. I know he's like, dude, you can rifle window and you can probably carry as well if you just like know how to rotate. No, you can't carry through mid. It is impossible. It is impossible to carry through mid. There's no entry for this. Sure, like I guess like the fastest way is the same thing as a mid play, right? You just come up through mid doors, you flash it so it gets top mid, and you just like turn around and start swinging this. But the reason why I say this doesn't work, like yes, you can get up here fast. The reason why I say this doesn't work is because they're almost always going to be expecting you. Where else are they going to look when they're swinging mid? If these guys are coming out mid, they're almost always looking this way. And then if it's a Mirage, they're going to be looking top mid. If it's Inferno, they're going to be looking bottom mid. Like, yeah, Cat too, but it's still considered this general area. The reason why the lower one works is because most of these people, sometimes they're not going to be looking lower. And if they are, they're going to be late to it, right? They're not going to be expecting you to be up this close. They're going to be coming down. They're not expecting you to be this close, and the flash pops and they're dead. Same thing with long. They're not going to be expecting like a guy to just randomly swing wide with the flash and just run straight up close to the doors. Does that make sense? Middle is just way too open on every single map. On every single map that you play, middle is just way too wide open. There's no place to hide. There's no place to play off of. Your nades are going to be telegraphed. They're going to be coming out. They're going to be coming out wide looking at you anyway. And also, oppers almost always play mid first. If you're playing Counter-Strike and you're an opper, I can tell you, I can probably predict where you're going to go. You're probably going to go mid. 7 times out of 10, most oppers go mid. So that's the reason why I say there's no entry mid. Noted. Yes. So never try to rush mid. I don't give a shit what anyone says. Yes. Maybe one time out of the 10 times you make this mid play, it works, right? Sometimes you'll see it. Sometimes you'll see a random guy just run up mid with a rifle and get like 5, right? But imagine how many times he has to do that for it to be successful just once. And the only time when it's actually successful is when they're not even playing mid. If no one's coming mid, then it works, right? Or if no one's coming mid, then it works. If they're coming mid, he's dead. If they're running a default, he's dead. There's gonna be like 3 mid, and he's just dead. But if they're all rushing long, and he gets up here fast, then yes, he's gonna get them while they cross, and that's literally it. That's the only way that this is gonna ever be successful, is if they're crossing long, and they're trying to rush in and not expecting him. Then yes, it'll work, but even then, you're not throwing nades. Just when he's doing that, he doesn't throw this nade, he doesn't throw any nades. That way they don't expect him. So there's like no real pathing here. You just run as fast as you can, literally. And that's it. That's it. That's your Dust 2 solo carry entry guide. Solo entry carry guide. I don't know how the grammar works there. How's that grammar work? Is it solo carry? Solo carry entry. Solo entry carry. Entry solo carry.